Okay.
All right. Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, wherever in the world you are watching from right now. Or if you're watching this recording in the future, good day to you as well. My name is GOB, and I'm the host of Learn Around the World's Meet a Local show. And today we have a very exciting show, and we have a local from South Korea that is here to answer all of our questions. So my question for you guys right now, are you ready to get started, explorers?
Are we ready to get started? Yeah!
All right. So again, today's show is titled Meet a Local. Specifically, our local is Stream from South Korea. I'm going to let her introduce herself in just 1 second. Today's show is brought to you by Learn Around the World. And today is an interactive show. So that means if you are not on camera, or if you're on camera as well, you can send in your tweets or comments to hashtag LearnATW. So again, that's hashtag LearnATW, and I will bring your question or comment up on the screen. Also, we will have a quiz later in the show. So Stream was nice enough to send us a few fun facts about Korea and trivia questions. So it's going to be completely random. So enjoy that later in the show. So the Kahoot ID is 883548. Again, that's 883548. I'll give that to you later when we play. So if you did not jot that down just yet, don't worry, I'll give it to you again. But you will need to have your devices ready if you're one-to-one school, or if you're going to play as a classroom, have an extra tab or window open that you can play the game. All right, and our shows here at Learn Around the World are geography-based, so that means location matters. And where are we going today to speak with our local? Well, we are going to the country of South Korea, or their official name, the Republic of Korea. And Stream is speaking to us live today from Seoul, the capital of Korea. And she's also put together some nice pictures of her community, friends, food, and even different places. One of those is the EC, which we can see. This is an old map on Google. They haven't changed that name yet. All right, so we're going to go ahead and introduce our classrooms, and I'm going to let our classrooms give themselves a shout out first, and then we're going to introduce our star guest for the day, Miss Stream, and let her introduce herself. So first, let's go over to Miss Denny's class. They are a 6th grade classroom from Lanesville, Indiana in the USA. Welcome, Miss Denny's classroom. Say hi for us. All right. We also have Mrs. Ravenberg's 4th grade classroom from Edison, New Jersey in the USA. Can you guys say hi for us? All right. And we also have Mrs. Mendoza's class. They are a 6th grade classroom from Monterrey in Mexico. Welcome, guys. Can you say hey? All right. Well, all our classrooms look super excited, and let's meet today's star guest. So welcome to the show, Stream. Can you say hi for everyone?
Hi, guys.
All right. So Stream is tuning into us live from South Korea. What time is it there right now, Stream?
It's 11:04 in the night, in the evening.
All right. So Stream put together a couple pictures for us. So I'm going to bring those up so she can tell us a little bit about herself and what she likes to do. All right. Can you tell us about these pictures, Stream?
This is my family, and my mom is not here, but the right side is my father, and the left side is my brother.
All right. And what do we have here?
And they're my friends from middle school. And the second person is getting married, so we got a picture all together.
All right. And what what is she wearing here?
This is the traditional dress from Korea, and yeah, they wear it when they are getting married and for the wedding ceremony.
Yeah, and what do you call the traditional dress?
This is hanbok.
Hanbok?
Yes, hanbok.
All right. Hey, explorers, can everyone try to say that? Hanbok? All right. Great job. Okay. And what are you doing here?
Dance, and this is swing dance. So this is my boyfriend. So we had dancing like how to say
Practicing?
yeah, we are practicing
Okay.
in the outside.
Yeah. So and where are you in the background, that big city? Are you in Seoul?
Yeah, this is in Seoul, and the river you see is Han River, the biggest river in Korea. And this is get through from the north side of South Korea to south side. So it's very, very big and beautiful. Yeah, one of the most beautiful thing in Seoul.
Oh, wow. Okay. And what is this?
This is my one of hobby also. I love to baking things, so I made Mandarin cake for autumn time. Yeah.
And what kind of fruit? I see there's fruit inside of the cake.
Yeah, this is tangerine, kind of tangerine from Korea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So mandarins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. And let's see. I think we have one more hobby you enjoy.
I love to go camping and feel the nature. So we sometimes go to camp and sleep outside and cook something outside. I love to do things like that.
All right. So Stream has plenty of, she put together some fantastic pictures for us to look at. But the main part of our show is to let you guys ask your questions for Stream. So if you ask any relevant questions, we'll come back to our pictures later. But we want to go ahead and open it up for questions and in our in-show classrooms. But before I go there, we're going to go to Mrs. Let's see, Mendoza's class first. We're going to go to you. So go ahead and pick a student to ask a question. But before I do that, if you're watching from the outside, let's try to everyone use the Q&A app at the bottom of your screen. So if you click Q&A, put your questions there. And also try to, or you can send them into Twitter. So either way, I do want to give a shout out to Mrs. Church's fourth graders. They are watching from Indianapolis. And let's see, and Mrs. Let's see, we have one classroom having some audio issues. So we'll see if we can fix those. But let's go over to Mexico, and you guys are on. Do you guys have a question for Miss Stream? All right, I'm not getting your audio. Let's see if I can try this again. Okay, let's try that again. Can you speak again for me? Ask your question again. All right, so something's up with the audio, so I can't hear you. So if you can, just type your question in. Maybe you can try to, this is for both of our classrooms having audio issues. If you're at the bottom left of your screen, there's a mic button. Make sure that it's not muted. So if it's muted, it has a red line through it. There's also a little arrow there that you can change your audio settings if that may be an issue. Let's go over to Miss Denny's classroom. So I'm gonna put you guys on the screen. And does anyone have a question over there?
Yep, go ahead. It's right up here. Right here's your camera, so you'll see yourself up there as you kind of squat down. There you go.
Hi, I'm Brody. Do you guys have any more traditional clothing for other special occasions?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have cloth for wedding, and for the hanbok I showed you is for pretty much for every ceremony. So like New Year's Day, and we don't have Christmas. So and Thanksgiving Day, you wear this hanbok for the holidays, and for the um for funeral service, we wear black, all black for the no, it's all white, and then you have a little white ribbon on your hair.
All right. And just to clarify, what is the name of South Korea's Thanksgiving holiday?
Chuseok.
Chuseok. And
Yes.
you just had that. Was it last week or the week before?
Yeah, it was a week before. Yeah,
Right.
it's the biggest holiday in Korea, second biggest holiday.
All right. So for those of you that don't know, it's bigger than the U.S. Thanksgiving. So the U.S. Thanksgiving is 1 day. Korean Chuseok was it 3 days? Am I correct?
Yeah, 3 days. 3 days.
3 days. So very big ancestor and harvest holiday. So their Thanksgiving. So all right. So let's go over to Mrs. Let's see, Rivenberg's class. Let's see if we can get your audio working now. So do you guys have a question?
All right, we're coming up. Okay. Okay, so go to say hi.
Does people drive or walk in Korea?
Well, ask her specifically, what does she do, right? Does she mainly walk or does she mainly drive?
Do you mainly walk or drive in Korea?
So what does Miss Stream do? Does she mainly drive a car or does she mainly walk around Seoul?
Oh, actually, I don't like to drive in Seoul. It's very big city and many people, many cars every day. So I use metro and bus.
Okay. So public transportation. So
Yes.
yeah. So walking, they have and I've been there, so I know like the metro and the subway trains is fantastic in Korea. A lot cleaner than ours in the U.S. too. So great question. So I mean, there's a lot of people. Do you know how big Seoul is, Stream?
10 million people are living in Seoul, and in Korea there is 50 million. So 1/5 is living in Seoul.
Right. And that's just in the city. So right around in Gyeonggi-do, it's like a third of Korea lives in this one province. And so it's very big, a lot of people. And if for you kids out there, that's bigger than New York City. So Seoul is bigger than New York City. So public transportation is you don't want to drive.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go and let's answer some of our questions coming in from our classrooms outside. So what kind of job do you have? So this comes from Mrs. Durrington's class. What kind of job do you have, Stream?
I'm very interested in food and agriculture thing. So I'm an editor of a platform that supports farmers. So we gather investors, and then we help like small scale farmers and organic farmers, and then I talk to them and I write articles for them. Yeah.
All right. And let's see, William from Mississippi wants to know, is your name really Stream or is that a nickname?
My real name is Shine Jang. Jang is family name and Shine is last name, and the meaning of Shine is stream. So just for foreigners to remember me easier, yeah, I just introduce myself stream.
And so if everyone did not catch that, the order that she said her name, so in Korea you say your family name first. Your family name first, which would be different in the US. So my name is Brandon Hall. So in Korea, if I was Korean, I would say Hall Brandon. Your family name comes first. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
All right. So great questions, guys. Mrs. Church's classroom wants to know, we would like to know why North and South Korea are divided. All right. That could be a long answer, but is
Sorry,
there...
I didn't hear.
They want to know why is North and South Korea divided?
Oh my God.
That could take a whole time. So maybe just if the best you can, a short answer.
Okay. Um, some people say we got divided because it was our choose. It was our choose because we had a war before. But some people also say it was because of other countries out of Korea, so like Japan and America, and they tried to divide us. Yeah, something like that. I should shorten it like this.
Yeah. It's a very and I know a lot about this topic. So yeah, it's a very complicated answer. But if you want the short version, the specific countries were Britain, USA, Russia, and China. After World War II, they decided that the Koreas should be split, and they developed a U.S. government and a Russian government model. And so it's very unfortunate that it started that way. So yeah, that's a very short answer to a very, very long, complicated discussion. So great. So let's go back to some of our intro classrooms. Let's go over to Mrs. Rivenberg's class. I'm gonna put you guys on. Do you have another question?
Okay, Marianne, do you want to come and ask your question real quick? Okay, she doesn't want to come up, but she was just wondering if people celebrate Christmas mainly, and if there are any special Christmas traditions.
Actually, Christmas is not our traditional holiday, but we do celebrate Christmas like other countries. Like people just hang out and meet their family, or no, it's more like couples things. Like they meet their friends or their boyfriend, girlfriends, and then go out to have a dinner, something like that. And you have a tree, big shiny tree with a lot of lamps outside. Yeah, it's similar, I think.
Yeah, and so yeah, I lived there for 3 years, and it's a lot of decorations like Christmas, but I think as Stream said, it's like more of a friend holiday than family, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over to this is Mendoza's class. Let's see if your audio is working. Can you try to ask a question again? Yeah, I still can't hear you. I'm sorry. Maybe we can try to just type in our questions. We'll see if we can work on that. Or if you're using a webcam that's separate, maybe you can try unplugging it and plugging it back in. Maybe. Let's go over to Mrs. Denny's classroom.
Go ahead, Ethan. You're real quiet right now. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Ethan, and I want to know what kind of foods you guys have in South Korea.
All right. So as you begin to answer that, I'll bring up your food pictures because that'll probably make it easier to see.
Okay. Yeah. This is our normal meal. You can have it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And this is for one person, I think. And you can see middle of the picture, that's the rice. So you have steamed rice for every meal. Sometimes noodles or sometimes bread those days, but mainly it's rice. And then you have several side dishes. We call it banchan. So the red one is kimchi, and the right side, that is another kind of kimchi, I think. The left green one is spinach. Yeah, something like spinach, I think. and we put like soy sauce or soy paste and then season it for rice. Rice has no taste, like it has very little sweet taste, so you have to have something salty. So you have a lot of banchan, and then the left side, that's the main banchan, I think. And we have squid. This is squid with hot with spicy sauce and some vegetables, and side of the rice, that's soup, kind of soup with
Okay.
mushroom and yeah, something salty. You normally have something salty, banchan with rice. Yeah.
All right. And for people that are familiar with, say, Japanese or Chinese food, what's
Mhm.
what's different about Korea? You guys usually have spoons, so
Yeah.
do you have soup with every meal or most meals?
The soup is all like more like for older people. You know, when you have soup, you can eat rice better because it's watery and you can digest it better. So yeah, sometimes we have soup, sometimes not. Yeah, it depends on person.
Okay.
And also, I want to talk to you about the spoon and the chopsticks.
Hmm.
Actually, that chopstick is not our traditional thing.
Hmm.
That is made with out of wood, and that's from China. I know, Japan, and
Uh-huh.
it's very light and easy to use. So these days people use it a lot, but traditionally it's made from brass or steel, and it's very flat. So my foreigner friends say it's more difficult to use, but I don't know.
All right. And this is another setup.
Yeah, another setup. So actually, this meal is made from me.
You made this one? Oh, wow.
Yeah. This is eggplant. You have it right.
Yeah.
And this is tea, kind of tea. It's very traditional thing, and it doesn't have English name. I think it's made from a fruit from a mountain. It has like five tastes, like salty, sweet, spicy, yeah, and two more. So it's very unique tea that you can have in Korea. And this is another thing. This is also a tea and made from pine nut. Um, yeah, pine nut flour. And this is another one made from ginger and cinnamon. Those are all teas.
Okay. Altis.
Uh-huh.
And
This is very unique candy from Korea, made from ginseng. I don't know if you would love to have it, but like old people, they love it.
what is
And
this one?
this is, we call it chon. This is one kind of side dish made from green pumpkin, little green pumpkin. We cut it and then fry it with egg. Yeah.
All right. What is this?
And
This looks very pretty.
yeah, this is Korean dessert from it's a rice cake made from rice flour. And this is another kind of dessert. Um, the seasonal thing is very important in Korea. So when you have this flour, you make rice cake with this. This is flour from the mountain.
And what is the Korean name for the rice cake?
Top.
Top. Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult. Top.
Yeah. Can
And
everyone try to say don't?
Nice. This is another kind of candy. It tastes like burnt rice.
Burnt rice.
Yeah.
Does that taste good?
I like it. Korean people loves it.
That's thunder.
And this is sausage from Korea. It's made from pig's instinct, I think. You put noodles and rice and some blood of pig and some vegetables. This is Korean version of sausage.
All right. So the blood sausage, yeah?
Yes. We call it sundae.
Sundae.
Sundae. This is fried kimchi rice. I don't know if you heard about kimchi before. It's fermented vegetable, a very typical dish from Korea. We fry it with rice and very light and light meal for Sunday or something. Yeah.
Raise your hand if you've ever heard of kimchi.
You guys heard of kimchi? Hey guys, we are not.
And this is another snack. It's made from walnut. I have a lot of food pictures.
Yeah, you sent me a lot of food pictures. So these are all snacks, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, this is
also
really
snack.
cool. What are
Yeah. Fish. We eat a lot of fish. And I took this picture from the big wholesale fish market.
and this video is from the wholesale, yeah?
Yes.
And is this where do you usually get your fish from fish market like this?
No, it's very unusual to visit this place. I'm very interested in food, so I just visited it. But we normally shop fish in supermarket.
All right. And what's this one?
This is soil jar, and we ferment fish or sauce in this jar.
All right. And so traditionally, this is what kimchi was made in, correct?
Yes, yes.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and open it up for some questions all about food. And we have lots of questions coming in. So a couple ones I want to get to. One is Mrs. Church's classroom wants to know, I showed them a couple weeks ago, we had a Korean culture class that I did. And they want to know, have you ever tried the live octopus?
Actually, when I was young, I loved it. I had it like once a week. I love the live octopus because it's very funny to chew it. It moves in your mouth, and I think I thought it's very funny to eat. But now, I don't really like it. There are plenty of lot of more like other fish, so I don't really enjoy it anymore.
All right. And I want to go over too, because it sounded like Mrs. Mendoza's class had their audio working for a minute ago. So let's try it one more time, and I have your question to ask if your audio is not working.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, question before it was what's the typical religion?
Okay, go ahead and ask your question.
What's the Korean tradition?
The traditional religion or just tradition?
Traditional religion.
Okay.
Traditional religion is Buddhism, but nowadays Christian is more. We have more Christian than Buddhist.
All right. So, so Buddhism traditionally, and then today there's more Christians.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Let's go over to Mrs. Rievenberg's class. Let's put you guys on.
Do you have any family in North Korea? So the question was, do you have any family in North Korea?
No, I don't have, but I have few friends from North Korea. Yeah, they are from North Korea, and yeah, yeah, they have really different but similar culture from South Korea, and it's always very interesting to hear from them.
All right. And let's see, a couple questions coming in from the outside. From Mrs. Durrington's class, what are the houses like? Do you live in apartments, in homes, or like condos?
I'm living in apartment, and we have 24 floors. So it's a big apartment, and it's very normal to live in an apartment in Korea. And the town I'm living in is full of apartments.
And so I lived in Korea for 3 years. I always lived in an apartment. And I think if you guys remember when we said so many people lived around Seoul, I think that's one reason in Korea they can get so many people in a small place. So many people live in apartments and high buildings. Let's go to Mrs. Church's classroom wants to know, what is the terrain like in Korea? What's the land like?
The land?
Yeah. Do you have like many mountains, or is it flat?
70% of our land is mountain. So there are lots of mountain. Yeah, they are trying to cut off and build a new city, but still there are a lot of mountains.
All right, let's go over to Mrs. Denny's classroom. And do we have a question?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Isabella, and earlier you said you like to travel, so where's your favorite place you like to travel?
Mostly I love to travel countryside of Korea. And yes, yeah, most of the time I go for climb to a mountain or to seaside. And yeah, anywhere I can camp, I love to travel.
Okay, and I'm gonna follow that up with, what's your favorite place you've ever been outside of Korea?
Favorite one, I've been to Europe, but not in America yet. But like Spain, Paris, Italy, Germany, Japan, Thailand, India. But my favorite place was, it's difficult to say. I would say Thailand.
Thailand. I love Thailand.
Yes.
Right. Let's go back over, because their audio was not working at the beginning. Let's go right back to Mrs. Mendoza's class, and I'm gonna put them on screen. Do you guys have another question?
Hi. How do you celebrate a traditional childhood birthday party? A birthday party of the child.
Okay.
How do you celebrate birthday party?
Traditional Korean birthday party as a kid. Like what did you do for your birthdays growing up?
But traditionally they don't really celebrate kids' birthday. Actually, we've been, I mean, in the past days, they had, in the family, they had a lot of kids because they need family to help their farming. So there are so many kids, and they are like not rich. If they are not rich, they cannot really celebrate the every family's birthday. So sadly, I don't really think there is a traditional ceremony for birthday. And for my birthday, I just make some. I love to cook, so I cook big table of food, and then I invite my friends and celebrate it. Like happy birthday to you, you sing, and they give me some like gifts or cards.
Mhm.
Yeah, something like that.
Now, what about, because I've seen this, is the, as a new baby, the 90-day birthday that's big, right?
Oh yeah. That's big because before, many babies were could die because of hunger. So we usually um celebrate 90th birthday.
All right. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, guys. We have time for more questions afterwards, but in case any classrooms have to leave early, Mrs. Church's classroom already had to go. We're gonna go ahead and play our quiz. Now, Miss Stream has been very nice to volunteer. She is going to write a postcard and send it to the winning classroom or student from South Korea. How cool is that? So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up our quiz. So if you are going to play as a class or individuals, you can pull up kahoot.it. Again, that's kahoot.it. And all right, so if you go to www.kahoot.it and enter the ID 883548, and then enter a school appropriate nickname. And make sure if you are the winner, if you're the winning classroom or student, make sure you send me your address so I can give it to Miss Stream. If we do not give your address, we cannot send you a postcard. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pull up our Kahoot game. We already got 18 players logged in, so if I'm gonna give everyone about another minute to get logged in, and let me show our Kahoot screen. So there is the ID if you did not catch it. And while we give everyone another minute to get logged in, I'm gonna ask a couple of questions to Miss Stream. So let's see. Do you make a lot of movies in South Korea? So that comes from William in Mississippi. Do you guys have a lot of movies?
Yes, we have a lot of movie, and people go out for movie for holidays, and yeah, it's kind of big thing in Korea. Make like watching movie and making movie.
Okay. Next one from Kara in Mississippi. Same classroom. How do you celebrate the New Year in Korea?
Um, there we count with family, and we have a big bell in Seoul, like middle of the Seoul, and people make the sound from the bell, and we count it, and then yeah, hooray, Happy New Year! It's the same.
And that's at the East Gate, right?
Sorry,
Is that at the East Gate, the bell?
East Gate. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so what she's talking about is traditionally the Seoul had walls around the city, and they had these big gates to the city. And one of the famous ones still there today is the East Gate, and they have this giant bell there. I had I went one year. It's very crowded. All right. So we're going to give everyone else 30 more seconds to get logged in. So make sure you get logged in if you're not already. Again, that's kahoot.it. Some of these you're going to have to guess on. We specifically did not go over all these answers, so good luck to you. And I'm going to turn on that groovy Kahoot music, and we're going to start in 10 seconds. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play. Okay, in Korea, you don't wear your shoes in the house. Is that true or false? All right, that is true. You do not wear your shoes inside. So good job, Carter. Carter's in the lead. Why don't you wear shoes inside, Stream?
Because we hit the floor, and we if you want to feel the heat from the floor, you cannot wear the shoes.
All right. And you guys traditionally, you sit on the floor, correct?
Yes, sit on the floor, sleep on the floor with mattress.
Right. So it's very warm and cozy, and you guys don't want to sit on a dirty floor.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
we wipe a lot.
All right. In Korea, you should call someone older than you by their name. Yes or no? So if Stream is older than me, I should go up to her and say, "Hey, Stream." All right. No. What do you call someone older than you?
We call sister or brother or teacher. You cannot directly say their name.
All right. And this is just because I was a teacher in Korea. What is the Korean word for teacher?
선생님.
선생님. And so my kids would shorten that and they would call me Sam. Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
And I got confused. I thought everyone was trying to call me Sam instead of Brandon. But they were saying, hey, teacher. All right. How many kinds of kimchi are there in Korea? How many kinds of kimchi are there? 5 kinds, 50, 150, or 250? About how much kimchi? All right. So there's about 250 kinds of kimchi. All right. So we have a new leader. All right. Good job, Cameron and Walter. And so what is kimchi really? It's
I can say it's preserved vegetable. So you can even fruit. We have even fruit kimchi, but yeah, something for preserved.
and my understanding, the way I tell people is kind of like people in the USA are used to pickles, so you can pickle different
Yeah.
many different things. But we call pickled cucumbers pickles. So I think it's very similar. Where the famous kimchi, the cabbage, everyone says kimchi, but you can kimchi almost anything,
Everything.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's fermenting food. All right. In Korea, you should never write someone's name in red. Or is that true or false? All right, that is true. Why don't you write people's name in red, Stream?
They believe that it brings bad lucks, so you don't write the name in red.
Right? And if you write someone's name in red, that means they have died, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something bad luck.
yeah, so you don't write, and I should rephrase the question. So someone living. I made a mistake when I was teaching in Korea. I took my red marker and I wrote my name on the board, and all the kids started saying, no, no. All right. When you are born in Korea, you are 0 years old, 1 year old, or 2 years old. The day you're born in Korea, how old are you? All right, you are 1 year old. Okay, Cameron Walter. Great job. You win, Cameron. So make sure if you are Cameron's teacher that you send in your address to me so I can give it to Stream. And she has been nice enough to agree to send Cameron a postcard. And let's go ahead and answer that question. So why are you in Korea when you're born, why are you 1 year old?
There are 2 reasons. The first one is we've been believing that you are already a creator from from mother's belly, and the second one is just old traditional thing. So from China. China did it before, but it's already disappeared. But we still have it.
All right. Um, and I'll do a follow-up question. So also with birthdays, when do you get your, after you turn 1, when do you become 2? Do you become 2 at when in the year? On your actual birthday or another time?
New Year's Day. So if you are born in December 31st, you are 2 the day after you're born.
All right, so did everyone hear that? So that means if this year, if you're born on December 31st, on January 1st, you will be 2 days old, really. But in Korea, you will be 2 years old. All right, so let's go ahead and open up for some questions. Let's go over to Mrs. Let's see, Mendoza's class. Do you guys have a question for Miss Stream?
What are your most common animals?
Okay, did you hear that?
Most common animals?
Animals, yeah.
Cat and dogs, of course. And do you know, we call it hamster. It's a little mouse, and they grow it. They have it a lot, and also chicks.
And what about wild animals? What's the most common wild animals?
For your home or
For like in the
nature?
nature, in the forest?
In the forest? But snakes. There are a lot.
Yeah.
Wild pigs and wild cats, and yeah. Diverse.
And do you have tigers any longer in Korea?
It's very, very rare, but I heard that there is, but I think in the zoo there are more.
Right.
So yeah, it's disappearing.
So a long time ago, but their habitat is disappearing. Okay, let's go over to Mrs. Denny's classroom. Do you guys have a question?
Yes. There you go. You're right there.
All right.
But introduce yourself now.
My name is Emma, and do you have any traditional foods you like to make on holidays?
Traditional food.
Yeah, on holidays. So what kind of traditional food do you, let's say for New Year, what kind of traditional food do you make on New Year?
We make soup, and you can find rice cake in the soup. So if you don't have this soup, you cannot have a year. We believe that. So you should have this soup in the New Year.
All right. And let's see, over on Twitter at BPN Eagles, so Lanesville Schools, they want to know the desserts that you showed earlier, are those everyday desserts or special occasion desserts?
It depends on person. So we have a lot of bread and cookies from Western. So like for young people, they more like cookies and cakes. But like for old people, they still love rice cakes. So yeah, we are trying to preserve our traditional cakes. So it's growing, like traditional dessert cafe or something like that. That's very growing in Seoul.
All right, and let's see, we had a question that was submitted before the show from Eli in New Hampshire, and he wants to know, what is your favorite kind of music? What kind of music do you like?
How did you know that I like music? I love to hear rock music, bossa nova, and sometimes Korean traditional music. Yeah, and I love to go concerts.
And who is who's the biggest K-pop band right now in Korea?
Actually, I'm not that interested in K-pop music, but I heard like EXO, they're
Yeah.
very famous, and Big Bang. I think they are kind of old, but still famous.
Mhm.
And yeah, 21 also the
Mhm.
girls and girls generation. There are a lot. I can't remember the names even.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. So K-pop music is Korean pop music, and it's very famous especially in Asia. But even in the U.S., a lot of people love K-pop. So Mrs. Barefoot's class wants to know, what are the school hours in Korea? What are the school hours like?
Um,
Let's say for high school. What are high
for
school
high
school
school.
hours?
Oh, high school, it's crazy. So may I count? It's like more than 10, 9 hours, I think, 9 or 8. They have also evening class sometimes. So when they have evening class, it's more than 10 hours.
Mhm.
From 8 or 9 to 4 is like every day. And you have a lunchtime from 12 to 1. And then for when you have exam, before the exam or something, you have evening class after dinner. So you can have dinner at school even.
Right. And for many people that may not know, so many children, especially when you become middle school and especially high school, so you'll go to public school during the daytime, and then at nighttime you'll go to either additional classrooms at public school or private school, and these are called academies or hagwons in Korea. Did you go to hagwons when you were a kid?
No, I didn't like it. So I told my mom that I just wanted to play piano, but I didn't want to go mathematic academy. So I refused it.
All right, and see, let's go back over to Mrs. Mendoza's class, and looks like we have a question ready.
What does your flag represent?
Did you hear that stream?
No, no,
I,
I didn't
I
hear.
didn't
I
either. Can
couldn't
you
hear.
say again really loud, please?
What does your flag represent? The flag. The flag.
Huh?
The flag. What does the flag mean?
Pardon?
I mean, if the color means something, if
The flag?
Yeah, what is the meaning of the flag? Like the colors and the symbols? Maybe I can find a picture to bring up.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Do you know?
I I studied about it when I was in elementary school. Wait a minute. Okay. So we have like, can you put the flag?
Yeah, I'll get a
The
picture
of flag?
if you want to start.
Okay. So we have white color for the background. That means pureness, and the the blue and red means yang and I don't know in English. Can you help me, Brandon? Blue and red means the yang Do you know?
It's it,
It's a
my
it's
my
a
my
little bit
understanding
unique.
was it was fire and water. Yeah.
No.
No?
It's very Asian thing.
Oh, the yin
You
yin yang.
yeah, yin yang.
Yin
This
yang.
is
Yeah.
yin yang. Yeah. And this four black sticks has all different meaning, but I can't really say it now. I'm sorry.
Is it true? Like when I studied it at one time and they mean like different earth elements, like earth, water, fire. Is
Yeah,
that,
that's right. That's
yeah.
right. Air, earth, fire, and water.
Yeah, and I forget which one means which, but so it's the yin
Me
yang in
too.
the middle, and then the elements of earth around it, and then the white is for pure. Oh, cool. All right, great question, guys. Let's go back over to Miss Denny's class. And so, do you guys have another question?
Yeah. Just introduce yourself.
My name's CJ. And what type of sports do you have in Korea?
The most famous thing is soccer. People are crazy in soccer and baseball. Baseball, I would say it's the second one. And third one is figure skating. Have you heard about Kim Yeona?
Have you guys ever heard of her?
Kim Yeona is the Korean figure skater, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll learn about her at the next Winter Olympics, which is where, Stream?
You guys know where the next Winter Olympics is? Japan.
Are you there, Stream? Okay, maybe we have a glitch. Hopefully, okay.
I can hear you.
You can hear? Okay, where? There you go.
Yeah.
Where's the next Winter Olympics going to be at? In 2018.
In Pyeongchang.
Yeah, in Korea.
Pyeongchang, it's north side of South Korea. Yes.
Right. So maybe you'll see her, the figure skater, there next time at the Winter Olympics. Okay. So we have a couple of questions coming in from our outside classrooms. This one comes from Lanesville Schools. So at BPN Eagles. We've been talking about the importance of travel in our writing. Why do you think it's important to travel?
Personally, I love to travel, but I don't think it's very important to travel because there are some people, they don't really like to, they are not really used to meet new person. But the good thing for travel is you can learn different cultures from other countries, so you can better understand different person, different people, different country, but they are not wrong. So you can learn the difference. It's not wrong. So I think that's the biggest thing.
All right. And let's see, we have a question from Mrs. Barefoot's class, and they want to know, so this is from Sydney in Mississippi. What kinds of toys do children have?
Toys. Oh, we have a lot of Lego. Lego is very famous toy, and I think it's for, maybe Lego is for my generation, but for kids for those days, computer and smartphone is the most beloved toy for them. I think.
Yeah, everyone has the smartphone
Yes.
games. Everyone in our classroom, is anyone fans of Legos? All right. Yep. So USA, we got some fans of Legos in Mexico as well.
Also.
So that's great. Let's see. And do you have fast food like McDonald's? That comes from Lucy in Mississippi. Do you have McDonald's in Korea?
We have a lot of McDonald's, and we have also Korean version of fast food brand called Lotteria, and also KFC, Burger King. We have every brand of fast food brand, sadly.
And so if you missed that earlier, Stream works a lot with organic foods, and she's very involved with youth in Korea, with slow food as well. So fast food is not not a great thing. So there's one interesting thing about McDonald's in Korea. It's really popular for delivery. And what about, here's something I noticed when I lived in Korea. You can get delivery almost anywhere, right?
Yes, even the place that I told you before is Hangang, the Han River. You can have the McDonald's burger from Hangang also. So the delivery man come with a motorbike and where is who ordered shrimp burger, something like that. So we can also order fast food from outside everywhere.
Right. So did you hear that, guys? You can go to a park and be camping or on a blanket in a picnic and order fast food to come to the park, or even not fast food but restaurant food if they deliver. So let's take 2 more questions, and then I don't know how long Stream has to be with us, but let's go over to Mrs. Denny's classroom. Do we have another question over here?
Hi, I'm Grace, and since you're like traveling, how do you like meet people's cultures without like knowing their language?
Good.
Mm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So when you go to Thailand and other places, how do you speak with people?
Actually, when I travel, I try to meet farmers. So they don't really speak English. So, but we cannot communicate with language, but we can communicate with our body. So we have this wonderful method of language. So you can use body, and also through farming, you can also communicate. But basically, I try to learn language from their country, even the basic. And I think that is very important thing when you travel. Try to learn others' language.
All right, and let's go over to Mrs. Mendoza's class. You guys have a question?
You mentioned before that you like rock. So what's your favorite rock star or rock band?
I can't really hear.
So they asked.
Can you tell me the question, Brandon?
Yeah. Yes. So you said earlier that you liked rock music. They want to know, what is your favorite rock band or musician?
Mm-hmm. I like Oasis. Do you know Oasis? And also Maroon 5. Not those days, but before of Maroon 5. And Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah.
All right. So you guys raise your hand. Do we have any fans of Maroon 5 or? So we see some. Oasis. Do you guys even know who Oasis is? Anyone? No? Anyone know who? Red Hot Chili Peppers? Anyone? All right. So we are at the end of our hour. Do you have to run, Stream, or
No.
can you
I'm
take
all
a
right.
couple more?
Yes.
Okay. So so Stream's going to be really nice for us, guys, and stay up a little bit later. So I know it's getting late. Is it past 12 o'clock now?
Yes. 12:04.
Did you hear that, everyone? Stream is talking to us from the future right now. So it is September 28th in Korea. It's Wednesday. We're Tuesday. Okay, let's go back over to Mrs. Denny's classroom.
All right.
Introduce yourself and then ask your question.
Hey, my name is Bryce, and we went to South Korea, which was like the place that we could visit.
Would be the best place to visit? Where do we have to see?
Number 1 recommendation.
I would recommend Jeju Island. Jeju Island is most southern part of South Korea, and it's a small island. and it's really beautiful. And people are very unique. They are a little different from people from Seoul because they're living in the country, and the language, like I cannot understand their language. Like 80% I cannot understand. So they have a lot of seafood and a lot of unique culture and a lot of tangerine trees.
So this
And
is
yeah, I would
Jeju.
recommend. Yes.
So South Island here.
Hmm.
And have you ever been to Jeju, Stream?
Yes, of course. It takes only like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half from Seoul, by airplane.
By airplane. Okay.
Mhm.
So about an hour and a half by airplane.
Yeah.
And this is really interesting in their I mean Jeju is really famous.
Mhm.
What are the women divers there?
Yes, there are women divers traditionally. So, like women power is more powerful than men's power in Jeju because they are the one who work and earn money and make their food. The women. So it's very unique culture from Jeju.
So there in Jeju, there's these a lot of Westerners would go there, and they call them mermaids.
Mhm.
They're the women. They're free divers, so they dive under the ocean and collect seafood. And you hear that, girls? Girl power. Go to Jeju. Girls number
Girl
one.
power.
All right. So let's go over to Mrs. Mendoza's class. Do you guys have another question from Mexico?
Is it true that you are with when you share a home with someone, that person that stays at home controls the money and everything?
It's you have to repeat it. If you stay at someone's home, what about the money?
That when you share a home with someone, is it true that the person that stays at that home controls the money, controls your money, controls all the money from?
Are you talking about family or not family that lives together?
It's kind of like family.
You correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she's asking in the Korean culture if you're still living with your family or at home, does the head of the family control your money and everything, like your father, if you stay traditionally, if you stay in your home? I hope that's correct.
Before, yeah, like many years before, yeah, it was, but now not anymore. Maybe fathers go out to earn money more, but for money controlling, it's for mothers thing more.
All right. So we're going to take a couple more questions, and then we're going to have to go because I have to go and get ready we have a Monarch show coming up in just a little bit. So I'm actually going to take some more classrooms to Mexico, to the Monarch grounds in Michoacan. So that's exciting. So let's go back over to Mrs. Denny's classroom. Do you guys have a question over there?
Yes. Right there. Go ahead.
My name is Kaylee, and I'm Caitlin. We have a question together. Okay, so When you visit other countries, do you collect something from each country that you visit?
Oh,
Ooh.
nice question. I collect seed from each country, and yeah, I love to try the diverse seed from other countries in Korea. It's really fun, and for Korean, it's very like vegetables that you have, maybe we don't have. So it's very cool thing to grow them and show them to my foodie friends. And also, I love to collect cups, mug or espresso cup, something like that.
All right. So seeds and cups. Seeds and cups. Great question, girls. And let's go back over to Mrs. Mendoza's class, and let's take one last question from you guys.
Mexico, here we are.
Any other questions?
No, do you guys have another question? No questions? Are your clothes on Korea like made of with like lana or of other material? Wool or other material? Your question.
You'll have to. It's very loud, so you'll have to speak up.
If your clothes are made of the same material, like wool or of another material.
Okay, so your clothes. What materials are your clothes made of? So I think it would be easier. I think today a lot of clothes everywhere are made out of the same thing. So maybe traditional, the hanboks. What are your traditional Korean clothes made of?
It's cotton and linen.
All right, so cotton and linen. All right, so that's going to be it for our time today. And our very last thing, let's see if we can get Miss Dream to teach us how to say goodbye in Korean. So how would we say goodbye in Korean?
안녕. 안녕 is for hi and bye for friends. So it's the same. 안녕. If you say onion fast, it's 안녕.
So 안녕?
Onion, like onion, the onion vegetable. If you say it faster, 안녕.
Okay, so she said try to say onion, but 안녕. Okay, can everyone try to say 안녕? All right, and everyone from both USA and Mexico on 3, give a big 안녕 to Miss Stream. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you so much, Miss Stream, 안녕, and everyone else that's watching this from the outside, or if you're watching this in the future, thank you so much for hanging out with us today and virtually traveling to South Korea. I hope you learned a lot. Visit www.learnaroundtheworld.com for all our future guest speakers and virtual field trips. Our guest speaker next week is coming in from South Africa, so that'll be fun, and we hope to see you then. So until next time, keep exploring. 안녕!